So the Boise Progress flag is finally gone. I just heard the news. I'm actually in Nashville of all places right now, but just wanted to share the exciting news. This has been a long time coming. The governor finally just signed a bill that will fine the mayor of Boise $2,000 per day per flag if she had continued to keep flying the flag. She just took it down today. I've seen multiple people visit Boise City Hall to confirm that it is gone. If you've been following the Boise flag saga, basically what happened is that last year we got a bill passed that prohibited the flying of divisive flags on government property. We don't feel like it's appropriate to be flying divisive political flags on government property, so that was the whole purpose of the bill. But the Attorney General wasn't able to enforce it. There wasn't enough meat on it, so he wasn't actually able to do anything, and the police weren't able to do anything. So we've been waiting all year. Now there's a $2,000 a day fine, and that was enough to finally cause the mayor to take it down.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight into this because you got a situation going down in Boise, Idaho, where you have one of these woke mayors who they're all about pushing these liberal, progressive policies, right? And they just got railroaded by Republicans that forced them to take down the pride flag that they had flying in front of government buildings, ladies and gentlemen. That's the key right there, government buildings. Now, they were claiming it was about representation of welcoming all people to the city of Boise, that it was about showing how caring the city is and all the buzzwords liberals like to use and try and justify it, right? And the reason why Republicans wanted the flag removed is because it was political. And listen, okay, I get it. Liberals want it up because they're saying it's about representation. But at the same time, if someone wanted to hang a flag that was on the opposite side of the pride flag spectrum, would that be welcome, right? If you're about welcoming all people, then that would have to be considered a thing. This is where all of this, we have to make sure we're showing representation stuff gets messy because now you open up the door for more of it. Same thing goes for any other flag that has political ties, like BLM or even MAGA flag. Like none of those belong on government buildings. That's the key, government buildings. And so it's a matter of consistency across the board. That's all. But this mayor, she fought to the bitter end to protect the pride flag and not have it taken down. And so we're going to break it all down. As always, you enjoy the content, smash the thumbs up button. That's the best way to let me know. Stay locked in with the future videos, subscribe, and make sure you hit all for your notifications. That way you never miss when I drop. Let's get right into it.
Hello, News 6. I'm senior reporter Don Nelson. To fly or not to fly is the big question surrounding the Progress Pride flag that was voted in by the City Council in 2025 to be an official city flag. But some Republican lawmakers up the street want to take it down.
If you want to have a parade and run down and have a parade, go for it. But the government is representing themselves here, and it needs to be consistent. It needs to be what unites us. And political flags, ideological flags, and religious flags do not. This is the only thing we should be paying attention to.
In 2025, Republican lawmakers passed a flag bill that prohibits flags that depict a religious, political, or ideological point of view. Then in May, the city of Boise voted to make the Progress Pride flag an official city flag. Idaho's law doesn't include enforcement, and that's what Representative Ted Hill of Eagle says needs to change. He says he'll be introducing a new version of the bill, which will ban city or county flags created after January 1st, 2023, if passed into law. That would include Boise's current Progress Pride flag. Hill is a Boise native and a proud veteran who believes the U.S. flag unites us where political flags do not. Beyond that, Hill tells us he wants all mayors to follow state law. Representative Hill, you say this is about unity. Some might say this is an anti-gay bill, anti-gay measure directed at the city of Boise and its mayor. You would say what to that?
That is not true, because she could have picked any other agenda she chose. What if it was religious? What if she was Muslim? What if she wanted to put the crescent flag up there and she got agreement with the council?
So I asked Mayor Lauren McLean why she chose the Progress Pride flag.
My job is to represent the people of Boise. And so I'm thinking about people of Boise. And that means standing with and for everyone in our community and continuing to give voice to the values that our residents have. That includes flying our official flag.
Why do you think it's necessary to have a flag up on a government building and then try to hide behind this slogan that it's about showing that you are welcoming to all people? That's your interpretation of it. What if other people don't see it that way? But see, that's where you get into these murky waters. And I think people end up doing too much. They do. Because their sexuality, being trans or whatever, it becomes their entire identity. And okay, if that's who you are, fine, have at it. But that doesn't mean you get to push that onto everyone else. Live your life, that's fine, but don't start doing too much, which is what happens. And so let's go ahead and jump into the next part where they talk to some of these people and get their thoughts. And obviously they are a bit upset, but take a listen.
Tonight, a pair of bills impacting Idaho's LGBTQ community are now law. The most visible change tonight, the pride flag at Boise City Hall has come down. Mayor Lauren McLean making the decision after a pitched battle with state legislators that critics said specifically targeted the city. Governor Brad Little signing House Bill 561 into law. The legislation, which takes immediate effect, strictly limits the kinds of flags that can fly outside government buildings. And the Progress Pride flag is not one of them. Violators could now face fines of up to $2,000 per day. Neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker has been closely following the developments. She joins us live from Boise City Hall. Riley.
Hey, Don. Yeah, I am here at City Hall where the pride flag is no longer hanging. That was taken down today after Governor Brad Little signed the bill into law that bans pride flags from all government buildings. Now, the city did take that down just hours after that signing, ending a more than decade-long practice in Boise. And this all comes on the same day trans leaders gathered here with Mayor Lauren McLean for Trans Day of Visibility. A proclamation for that, actually, by the city of Boise, and that was followed by a rally at the Capitol.
It is the actions I would encourage you to look for, watch, and acknowledge of your friends, your neighbors, the people that call this place home. This community stands with you.
You know, it's really unfortunate because this flag has been flown for over 10 years here in Boise. Sad to see it go, but just because we can't wave the flag doesn't mean that we won't find ways to show up and support each other and be proud of ourselves and being in Boise.
Today being Trans Day of Visibility, it was a little bit what I feel maybe intentional to time today to be able to take down and sign the pride flag bill. Honestly, this is just another reminder, I think, ways that visibility is tried to be ignored and shoved into a pocket when in Idaho we have a large population of not only just trans folks but queer folks who are here and able to be loud and visible and who have always been here and belong here.
Now, the Trans Day of Visibility proclamation happened here at City Hall today, and I'll have more from those trans leaders on what they said about the day and sort of the ceremony to rein in this Trans Day of Proclamation, Trans Day of Visibility in the city of Boise, and I'll have more on that tonight at 10. But supporters do say that without the flag, they're still hoping that visibility remains and that their message of support is loud and clear.
Riley, quick question for you. We've been closely following this story, including the back and forth between city and state leaders. I guess the question now is, what happens next? Is Boise planning to challenge this law, or will they comply moving forward?
Well, Don, last year in 2025, when that first flag ban happened, the city of Boise actually made the pride flag the official an official flag of Boise. But now with this new law, it's once again banned, which is why they took it down. But they said they are going to be looking into options to get that flag back up. It's unclear what that path forward is at this time, though. Don.
All right. Thanks, Riley. Riley Shoemaker reporting live outside Boise.
And so they did end up taking it down. Here's the mayor out there looking like she's about to cry over this. I mean, give me a break, lady. Really. But once again, these people make being trans or gay or whatever their entire identity. And so that's why they always feel so devastated when they can't have their way. To me, that's a sad life to live personally, in my opinion. It would be like me making the fact that I'm black my entire identity. When, okay, it's definitely a major part of who I am, but it's not the beginning, the middle, and the end. But anyway, let's get into this clip where you have the Boise mayor, Lauren McLean, appears to be on the verge of tears as she is forced to remove a pride flag outside of City Hall. The LGBTQers then sang a song as the flag was lowered. The move comes after Governor Brad Little signed a House Bill 561 into law, leading to the removal.
Thank everybody for being here. I didn't plan on making a remark beforehand, because this is a symbol of who we are, and it's not political, it's not religious, it's not ideological. This is a flag that says clearly that we are a city that's safe and welcoming for everyone. And the steps that were taken to seek to erase who we are, who you are, to minimize the values of this city cannot and will not change who we are.
For each other will carry us through. Yes, our love for each other will carry us through. We're here with our courage.
Today in particular, I know it is a sad day, a tough day for many people that call Boise home. It is a time when people in this city are feeling targeted for who they are. And it's deeply hurtful to the folks that are living this. I want you to know it's hurtful to all of us. While words can only go so far in explaining to somebody that they are welcome here, a proclamation can only go so far because it's just words on paper followed by a signature. It is the actions I would encourage you to look for, watch, and acknowledge of your friends, your neighbors, the people that call this place home, that join us in common cause, to continually be part of that story of making Boise what she is as a city. It's truly an honor to join this council in celebrating today as Trans Day of Visibility.
We're living in some weird times where the line should be clear. They're getting blurred on purpose by one side. Because the reality is this: they're saying that the pride flag is a political symbol. That's why it has to come down. And when it comes to government buildings, that matters. This has nothing to do with excluding anyone, no matter how much they want to say it does. It's just about consistency. That's it. A government building is funded by taxpayers, which means it shouldn't be signaling preference towards any one group over another. That's the whole point. Period. And isn't that what the American flag is for? I mean, did we forget? It represents everybody, no special categories, no special shout outs. Everyone is included under one flag. But now you got people arguing that that's not enough. Nah. You see, that's where things start to go south, because you're taking something that represents a specific group, pride flag in this circumstance, and saying, no, this actually is about inclusivity. But by definition, highlighting one group over everyone else, that's not inclusive. That's selective. And you have the American flag, which represents everybody. But when you have people who are saying the American flag isn't enough, well, that's a you problem. That's not a that's not a me problem or a government problem. That's a you problem. Now, they may not see it as a you problem, but okay, that's fine. Doesn't mean that they're wrong or right. They can be whatever they want to be. It just means that they're asking for more than what everyone else is getting. And at that point, that's not a public standard. That's a personal expectation because you feel like you should have it. And so those are my thoughts on the update. Now let me hear from you. Drop your comments down below. Smash that thumbs up if you do enjoy the content. Subscribe to stay locked in with future videos. And as always, until next time.